Good afternoon, Town Administration. This is Maureen. Hi.
How you doing?
I have a bunch of people on it. Okay. I'll send you another.
Our meeting tonight's been canceled till next week.
What?
The meeting tonight's been canceled until next week.
What meeting?
And another Park and Rec meeting. The old Park and Rec.
Oh, yeah, because of this probably.
Because of what?
I would think maybe because of this.
No.
No, I've only done one. Oh, and I got right on using it. All right, I'm going to copy it and send it to you right now. You're welcome. See you in a bit.
Maureen, you're not muted. Just FYI.
Janet's trying to get into the meeting and apparently that she's stuck in the waiting room. So whoever's able to let her in if they could,
Okay.
please.
Can you hear me?
There she is.
Just let a bunch in, and Tom was having problems getting in, so I just.
Quite the crowd today.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
There they are.
Tom Desmond. Hello.
We hear you.
Oh, terrific.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Emma, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Everybody well?
Doing good, thanks.
Terrific.
Oh, good.
So do we have everyone?
I've let anybody who's in the waiting room in, so
Is Rob on?
I
Oh,
let
there he
him.
is. Okay, I see him.
Yes.
I see him. Okay, terrific. All right. So we'll get started. This meeting is being audio and video recorded. For your benefit, you should know that. And I guess, is there anything else I got to read, Maureen?
I'll take it from here, Tom. Good afternoon. This open meeting of Nantucket Parks and Recreation is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020 due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have, to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. And that is a great segue to the next item on the agenda. Meetings as of June 15th will no longer be under that provision. And we are currently looking for additional space to have physical meetings. There is legislation in the works to have a hybrid type in-person and remote, but that has not been passed. So as of right now, regulatory meetings will be prioritized in the scheduling of physical spaces. So just wanted to bring you up to speed on that, meaning our July meeting may be not according to the schedule that we have right now. We'll have to be really flexible.
Okay,
Thank you.
good update. Thank you very much. So we'll take attendance. Jack Gardner,
Yeah,
Emma Young,
Here.
Blair can't make it, Michael Cozart,
Here.
and so that we have, and myself, I'm here. So we have a quorum, which is terrific. And we can just jump right into the agenda. We're not going to have any minutes to approve tonight because Blair's not with us. Is that okay, Maureen?
We can catch those at another meeting.
Okay, terrific.
Thank you.
Okay, so why don't we just jump right into it? We're privileged to have Rob McNeil here, head of DPW, and obviously he's working on the most exciting project on the island, in my opinion, and I'm sure everybody's excited about it. So, Rob, why don't you give us an update on what's going on with phase one out of Tom Nevers?
Sure. Thank you, Tom. So I guess I would start by saying phase one, Tom Nevers, is really a stretch for this. This is really just about dealing with a safety issue.
Okay,
We have a demolition permit that was approved in April, the end of April, by HTC to remove both the Tom Nevers Butler building. I know the agenda said Tom Nevers bunker, but I want to make sure that people understand it's not the Tom Nevers bunker. It's actually the Tom Nevers steel Butler building. It's in pretty severe disrepair, including one of the columns in the interior is rotted and separated. So it's pretty much standing because it's a steel structure and the steel walls are holding it up. There was a panel that was blown out over the winter. This is a building that really hasn't been used by DPW for much of anything in the last year or two. There was a couple items that were still in the building that have since been removed, and it's long time coming. There's a number of other things afoot at Tom Nevers that would prepare ourselves and prepare the site for future development under the phase one of the Parks and Rec master plan, which includes removal of the rink, updating the bathrooms and playground, but sort of predicating all of that includes investigation and removal of the previously demolished Tom Nevers military base that was buried out there and is now occasionally making itself known at the water line, where the waves and erosion at the water line expose that material. So just wanted to kind of give you an update of some of the things that are ongoing nearby. We also have the Tom Nevers bike path that's currently under design. And there's a number of other things like that. So for this presentation, we're really just talking about the removal of the Tom Nevers Butler building, the steel storage building, and then at a point in the future, the rink out there as well.
Okay, that's a good update, and I think everybody's happy to hear that because, as we all know, those buildings have been dilapidated for some time, and I can attest to the fact that they are a risk to the community, particularly youngsters who, obviously being youngsters, want to go into abandoned buildings just out of curiosity. So that's terrific. Do you need anything from us as a commission, Rob, to move this forward, or?
Not this project, no. But I think in the foreseeable future, we'll likely be back to report on some of those mentioned projects, particularly the removal of the buried debris and the Tom Nevers bike path to get input as well. And I think further, the town manager and I will continue to speak with the select board as we start to go into the capital process for fiscal 23 and beyond, to have discussions about prioritization of the approved Parks and Rec master plan.
Okay, that's great. So I just, is that all you have tonight, Rob?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to say, Rob and his crew did a terrific job getting Tom Nevers ready for opening day for the Dominican Softball League. And I think what people in town have to understand, and it's not just in Nantucket, but it's all over the country, everybody's shorthanded. So I think I heard somewhere that Rob's maintenance crew is short 4 to 5 guys, which is a lot. You know, it's just happening all over the country. But even with that challenge, they did a great job getting the fields ready out of Tom Nevers and, you know, honestly, everywhere else. So I just want to thank you personally for that, Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, it wasn't. I know it's not easy, and I know what it's like to get things done when you're shorthanded. It's not easy. So I just want to, and that's a good segue into our next item. If everybody's ready to move on, does anyone have any questions of Rob?
Thanks for the update, Rob, and thanks for being here.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Rob.
Have a great night.
So the next item on the agenda as a segue in is can you hear me, everybody? Sounds like there's some feedback. Is everybody on mute that needs to be on mute? Jack, are you on mute?
Yeah, no,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I just want to give a little background on our next guest. The Dominican Softball League has been playing out at Tom Nevers for at least the past 15 years. And they've been a great asset. They've kept the place alive. They used it responsibly. And they're becoming more organized and are contributing in a greater fashion to the maintenance of it. So I've invited one of their leaders, Nicole Tejada, tonight to give us a little background on the league and share some of her thoughts on what she would like to see done going forward. So with no further ado, Nicole, why don't you give us a little update on what's going on with the softball league? Are you there, Nicole? I think there's something wrong with your phone, Nicole.
see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you there, Nicole?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
I'm right
can.
here.
Oh, can everybody hear her?
Hear me now?
Yes, we can. Go right ahead.
All right. So first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nicole Tejada. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the coordinator of the Dominican Softball League here in Nantucket. I want to appreciate the invite to participate in this meeting, and I hope that I could be useful in any way that I can. Please don't hesitate to ask for anything that you guys need from me or the softball committee. I want to think that I was taken into account in this Parks and Recreation Commission. And I just want to explain a bit about our softball league and what we do here in our community. So we have been using the Tom Nevers Field for around 15 years. We mostly all work from landscaping, construction, carpentry, you name it, 6 days a week. And the league consists of 3 teams total, 48 players that gather every Sunday, not only to play ball, but to gather our families together and enjoy our only day off. Our league not only plays, but I was telling Tom when he went over and Libby on Sunday, we do fundraisers to help those in need. We do family events, home run derbys for all ages, Mother's and Father's Day celebration, and so on. Anything that we could do to bring our community together. We try to make it the best it can be for all ages. For us, it's very important that the softball league and the field keeps on running the most organized way, because at the end of the day, we're taking care of the only place where we and my fellow mates can feel at home. Nantucket has provided us with so much, and we just want this league to give back to this island as much as it gives to us. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to thank the town that has provided us with the opportunity to use the field for so long, and we hope it stays that way. And I just want to urge you to tell us in which way us, the softball league, can contribute to making Nantucket more recreational and the ways we could involve all the community. We have an agenda running for the season, which I will later on provide to you. I know I said I was going to email Livy and Thomas. I'm going to do that this week because I have a meeting tonight with the softball committee, and we'll get that going.
Okay, great. And one other thing you mentioned that was very generous, that you would help if the need be with, maintaining the field, given the fact that.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have that on plan with maintaining the field clean. Well, as I was saying, we're mostly landscapers and construction and carpentry. So whatever needs to get done, we could do it, no charge at all. Because once again, we're the ones using it.
Yeah. Well, at some point, maybe you can spend 5 or 10 minutes with Rob McNeil, the head of DPW. I'm sure he'd love to speak with you. And obviously, you should coordinate with that group. But again, responsible use of a facility is the best thing that can happen. And you certainly have been doing that, because it just cuts down on maintenance and it helps with security because it sends a message. So, and we, I know I really enjoyed being out there Sunday. I think the town manager enjoyed it as well. I don't know if Libby's still on, but it was a lot of fun. And, Libby, if you want to add a little something, if you're still on about it, that'd be great.
I am. Thank you, Nicole. That was a lot of fun. Just so everybody knows, Nicole had chairs for Tom and I, and 3 bouquets of flowers and a hat and a jersey, and I got to hit the ball. And I hit the ball on the first time. Tom took a little bit longer. He got to hit the ball too. But it's thanks to Tom that I was able to hit the ball, because he gave me some last minute advice about how to go about it. And I could tell that everybody was having a good time. This is a serious softball league. This is no, pickup game here. They've got uniforms, they've got rules, and I was really impressed with how they handled it. So, and Nicole, it looked like you have a good control over that group. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I will, I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to embarrass the town manager, but she did hit a nice line drive to the left field on the first swing. So everybody was very impressed. And I think you saw it, Nicole, so you can confirm it.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
And I did foul tip the first one and foul, little cheap pop up on the second. So.
It was a good time though.
Yeah, but anyway, no, all kidding aside, they're very important users of the facility. And it's just a great family event. And actually, if you want to see competitive softball on a Sunday afternoon, very competitive, as Libby mentioned, you should just go on out there and watch. They're very good. They look like they've all played baseball as youngsters at various levels, but they know what they're doing, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So does anyone have any questions about the league, et cetera? Okay. So thank you very much, Nicole, and you're more than welcome to stay on, and I hope you do, because the more you learn about the committee, the more it will benefit you.
All right, thank you.
All right, so the next one on the agenda is a marina for Children's Beach.
Hi, everyone. We got 2 requests, one from White Heron Theater to use Children's Beach Bandstand for 2 shows on August 5th and August 6th. And we also got requests from Nantucket Comedy Festival for the kids show. We have Lisa Corey here, and she can speak about the performance that they asking permission to use Children's Beach Bandstand.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Commission. Thank you for having me today. First of all, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Great. So yes, my name is Alyssa. I represent the Nantucket Comedy Festival. A lot of people don't know that the festival isn't just comics coming in the summertime, but our children's charities Stand Up and Learn. We have classes throughout the year for Nantucket children that are free to the community. Our executive director, Kevin Flynn, comes out and teaches the kids, or at least he did before COVID. During COVID, we did classes over Zoom, and kids could usually between 5 and 10 kids, maybe up to 50 over the course of the year, would take the classes, and we work together to create a comedy skit that they then perform. In this case, they performed over Zoom, but it's great for public speaking. It gets them excited. And anyway, so on what we're looking for on July 17th is the kids that have been practicing throughout COVID and not able to perform in person are hoping to perform their 5-minute set that they've come up with. We're looking at maybe 5 to 8 kids total. They would perform on the Children's Beach Bandstand. They would have microphones, and it would be amplified. We're looking for a morning show, hopefully starting at 9:30 a.m. Because we know there's a yoga class there until 8:30. And then after that, we have a comedian from DC who would like to come, and he has a family-friendly show for kids. That he used to be a teacher. His show is clips of funny things kids have said in his classes. And that would probably be 45 minutes. All told, we're looking at maybe an hour and 15 minutes. There would be no food, no beverages. We would have 2 TV screens on the band shell, amplified sound. We'll have volunteers there to clean up. The show is free. So we're not taking tickets. We're not putting chairs or anything. We would expect people to just bring blankets and sit on the grass. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. And I hope you would approve our show.
Well, it sounds like a great opportunity. Does anybody on the commission want to weigh in on it?
Sounds like good, clean, fun, great opportunity for entertaining children.
Great.
Yeah, what I like, obviously, Children's Beach is a great spot. Gets a lot of use, and this is very appropriate for it. So so we have to make a motion to approve this. Does anyone have any comments? Any other comments? Jack or Emma?
I'm going to be abstaining from voting on the Children's Beach usage items.
Okay. Jack, you have any comments?
Tom, are you looking for a motion?
Yes, I am.
I will so move.
Second? Oh, Emma can't second it. Emma, can you second it?
No.
Okay, where's Jack? Is Jack still there?
Jack, you're on mute.
I know Jack is trying to unmute himself and he's said it a couple of times that he would second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. And good luck with the event.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great. And then item B. White Huron Theater.
Hi, should I just jump in? I'm Jim Calitri. I'm the creative director of education at the White Heron Theater. And just a tiny bit about what we do so that you can put that in perspective with the proposal is we have a student company of actors that are generally from about 14 to 19. And we wanted to put a performance of Carrie up in the bandstand on Children's Beach. And it might seem at first like a strange choice, but our students, especially after last year doing things completely on Zoom and not having any interaction or contact with each other, it's really important to them to have a social voice and have their voices heard, and you know, to do social justice issues, which is the reason that we chose Carrie. The show itself is a lot about bullying and a lot about fitting in and a lot about dysfunction and being the person to make the positive changes. And so our students, we have about 17 students in the company. We have professional actors that we've brought in to play the 3 adults in the show, and our student company will be playing the high schoolers in the show. We're also doing it in conjunction with some mental health facilities on the island and some student-led talkbacks. Again, because our students want their voices to be heard and, you know, making a difference and making the world a better place. The set is very, very simple. It's something that can come on and off easily. We would bring our own lights and microphones. Our team and our students would be in charge of setting up and taking down. We're looking at the 5th and 6th of August, 7:30 start time with a 5:30 prep before that. But really any time from August 2nd to 16th would be good for us to be out there. And again, the show itself is very minimal, and the reason we're doing it again is it's more about the story and about the children's voices being heard. Again, we're keeping it pretty non-technical, and in terms of thinking of bringing in something really spectacular. It's not that. It's more of a concert version the way we're doing it. And this would allow our students to be together, to be outside, to be safe with everything that's been going on. And after you know, last year of them not being able to be together at all or see each other, we're really sort of counting on some opportunities to get them and their voices heard out in public. So I'm open to any questions you folks have for me. I think I've covered most of the issues.
So there was a man who was a dentist in New Jersey, and one of his patients owed him so much money, he said, I'm going to give you the deal.
Everyone make sure they're on mute, please.
I guess I'm still leading this. Did you have a question, Michael? For me, or?
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
I support this. My only question is, are there any ordinances with sound and being good neighbors that we have to worry about?
I myself don't know the answer to that, but I'm glad to field any questions about it.
Yeah, let me just make a comment, and then you know, we'll clarify what you know qualifies as no, because you know we'll probably get that question. You know, what you're doing here is very important. So, you know, I was down at Children's Beach not too long ago, and there was a lot of kids hanging out down there, and they were all using it appropriately. It was very nice to see. So, you know, speaking for myself, whatever you need to do this and grow it, I'm not speaking for the other board members, you know, let me know. Because oftentimes events are focused on athletics for kids, you know, lacrosse or basketball, or whatever the case is, but the fine arts or the arts in general sometimes get unintentionally pushed to the side. And, you know, so as somebody who wishes they had artistic talent, me, I've always envied those. I remember kids growing up that could paint and could act and could sing and play guitar. And I never counted unfortunately, among that group. So I think it's a great thing that you're doing. Now, are these kids all Nantucket kids or?
It's probably a 50-50 split. This is my 5th year. Well, it's my 11th year on the island working with students in theater, but it's my 5th year at White Heron. And we have pretty much a 50-50 split of islanders and summer families who own homes or second homes on the island.
Yeah, but they all have a connection to Nantucket. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's even better.
Yeah.
So now just in terms of the noise, what time of night are you going to do this?
Well, we were looking, you know, at a 7:30 time, only because that's a fairly traditional time to start theater, and it would be better to have, you know, it closer to the sun setting, just for lighting and for the ambiance of the show itself. I'm open to whatever works better, whatever gets it, you know, to pass, but that would be ideal for us. The show is 2 hours with the intermission exactly. It's 2 hours and 1 minute traditionally. I've directed it a couple times before, so I'm pretty good with the time run and all of that stuff.
So it's going to go from 7:30 to 9:30. And it's going to be every night between those 2 days? Or?
Well, we would like a couple of performances. We had asked for the 5th and 6th, but we have flexibility between August 2nd and 16th.
And how many people do you think will attend this? I'm only asking these questions for logistics reasons. And
yeah, I mean, when we do our shows inside the White Heron Theater, the theater itself seats 125, and that's with a balcony that we use as overflow. So it really is about, I'd say we end up with about 80 to 100 in terms of the downstairs seating. And I can imagine, because it's families and it's friends of the students, and we're hoping to attract, you know, the teenage crowd because of the social justice issues and things. I'm hoping it's 80 to 100.
Okay, yeah. So to Michael's point, you know, I just don't want you to run up against any problems.
Yeah.
And maybe you can't answer it tonight, or if you need a motion tonight, we'll take care of it tonight, one way or the other. You know, I assume this is not going to be Ozzy Osbourne on his guitar out there.
No, no, it's definitely not heavy metal.
Not that I object to that, but I'm just want to make sure.
No, it's very traditional musical theater. There's a lot of ballads. There's a lot of duets. There's some, you know, there's students celebrating the prom and things like that are, you know, it's very traditional musical theater songs that, you know, have a high school prom theme. You know, it isn't anything really crazy. We don't have a giant band with us. You know, we have a piano player with us and possibly one other musician, but we don't have anything that's going to be rattling the rafters.
Okay, just let me add one more anecdotal note, and then I'll stop talking and let the other folks mention it. When Libby and I were out at Tom Nevers this weekend, and you may or may not have noticed this, but there's a natural amphitheater out there. I don't know if you noticed that. It's really, it's a natural amphitheater. So someday you might want to drive out there.
Yeah.
And I think your kids would love it out there. So maybe even put a show on. But
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind what you're doing.
And the only other thing to add to this is a free event. And again, where the theater is making this particular event free because of the social justice issues and the fact that we're trying to do something for the community and provide help. So it is something that's free to the public and not something we're hoping to make money on.
All right, and once again, just to Michael's point, after 9:30, there's not going to be any rock and roll music going on.
No. We will disperse and clean up our litter.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Now, would you like us to make a particular motion on the overall concept, the specific dates? Have you figured that out yet?
I think the 5th and the 6th in the overall concept would be great. As I said, we have flexibility if it helps us within, those 2 weeks in August. But yeah, I would love to talk about anything tonight that we need to.
Okay, well, there's a question. Go ahead.
David Sharp at Visitor Services. We have scheduled a concert at 6 o'clock on Sunday night, the 8th, on the bandstand. So that is what we need. And there's a puppet show on Saturday morning, the 7th, at 10 o'clock. So those two times are unavailable on the bandstand.
And it may not be a bad idea to just have rain dates, but just because of the ever-changing weather. I actually went to Nantucket the weekend of the storm and was freezing and torrentially raining, and the boat was being tossed. So I know how particular finicky the weather can be as well.
Are these dates off the board, or the 5th and the 6th okay, or?
The 5th and the 6th work for us if it works for you, but again, let me know.
Okay. Okay, so would somebody like to make a motion approving the use on August 5th and 6th?
Well, Tom, I will make that motion subject to any conflicts that I don't know who keeps the master schedule for the bandstand in town. Maybe it's David or Janet, but my motion would be subject to no conflicts.
I agree. And we'll just check that as soon as possible, so before you have to advertise it. But so is the motion seconded?
Tom, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm also with Jimmy. Would it be possible to have a motion be for a couple of dates, the 5th and 6th, with possibly the 7th as a rain date, if need be? Assuming there are no conflicts.
I think there's a conflict on the 7th. Did I hear that already?
7th was a puppet show in the AM.
In the morning, and then the concert on Sunday, the 8th, in the evening.
Okay, so the puppet folks, all right, so there's really no conflict there, correct, David?
No conflict.
Okay, terrific. Okay, so
I just want to add, they would also need to notify neighbors in that area, because we have across the street, we have some, people that live, and they have to be probably notified about the planned activity and amplified sound. They might not going to be happy with amplified sound ending at 9:30 p.m.
okay, so we can put flyers out maybe, as we did with, just make sure that they know that this is happening.
I'm totally willing to do that.
Yeah. All right, so the motion on the table is approval for the August 5th and 6th with the rain date of the 7th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And we confirm that there's no conflict. So would anyone like to second that motion? Emma?
I need to refrain from voting on this one again.
Okay, Jack, you're the go-to guy. Is Jack still there, Maureen?
He's there. Maybe he could do a thumbs up if he can't give his.
Yeah.
Jack, can you give us a thumbs up or down or? We,
All right, thumbs up, that does it. Way to think on your feet, David. So, okay, all in favor? Aye. David, Michael rather, Michael?
No.
aye.
And Jack, thumbs up, Jack. There you go. Terrific. Well, you're in business.
Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it
Yeah, anything
immensely.
we can do to help, let us know.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for doing something for the kids.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. So does any public comment this evening? That's the next item on the agenda, I believe. Anyone have anything they want to talk about?
Here. Our Jack is back.
Jack, you're back.
Back, right.
Welcome
I
back,
got-
Jack. It's, first of all, welcome back to the group.
Thank you.
I panicked when they said you were retiring.
I'm not retiring.
I know,
I'm too young to retire.
no kidding. And you have a wealth of knowledge.
Thank you.
So you look well too, Jack.
Good, I'm getting there.
Good.
Been a-
All right, so does anyone have anything else? I just want to mention a few things about security, but I don't want to dominate the conversation. Does anyone have anything they want to talk about on the comments? Okay, so I'll just say something about security, and I know I'm a broken record, but it's important to be a broken record, particularly with what's on our plate as a commission going forward. You know, as this master plan unfolds, it's going to get much more visibility, and I think we have to, as a commission, lay the foundation to ensure its success. And you know, we're all an experienced group here. And I think we all understand that laying the foundation in any endeavor is really important. Now, unfortunately, from a security point of view, the Nantucket Police Department is understaffed. I think Libby mentioned they're 6 short of police officers. So that's something that is going to be a challenge for the whole island, but particularly for the properties that we're responsible for. So, you know, over the course of the next couple of months, we have to think about how to make sure that things are being taken care of. But just in terms of the maintenance and security generally, and also the programming, I believe that our modus operandi should be that the whole thing is complete. What would we be doing now if this whole project was complete? You know, just pretend that we just spent $28 million on Parks and Rec, on our facilities. And what would we have to do to maintain it and to provide security? I mean, I don't want to jump into this conversation tonight, but we have to really think about that. I've done this before, and I did it in Boston with the Mayor Menino, and it's all about doing the simple stuff, making sure the simple stuff gets done right. And people appreciate it, and they'll use the properties properly if they see that we're working hard. So, I mean, if anybody wants to comment on it tonight, but I think going forward, it's going to be becoming more and more of a topic. And it's important that we focus on it. That's all I have to say. Does anyone have anything to add? Okay, so I'll make a motion to adjourn for the evening. We kept it to 45 minutes, which no other commission does that in this town. I know that to be the case. I went on YouTube and some of these people go on for 2, 3, 4 hours. Good Lord, multiple times a week. And we knocked it down to 45 minutes and we took care of a couple 100 kids. Way to go. Jack, would you like to make a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn. Thank you.
Michael, would you like to second it?
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
aye.
Have a good
Aye.
night. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, we're all done. Libby was there, but she shouldn't say it.